Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today we're going to be jumping into the Super Impact for the new Juubito, which is really cool for me because, as you all know, I love Obito, and Juubito is literally the epitome of this because he is just the most overpowered version of Obito, and he's just such a god, to be honest. Like, he would have been undefeated if he would have actually, had Kamui in Shippuden. It would have just been a wrap. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this because one of my favorite episodes in all of Shippuden is episode 384, A Heart Filled with Comrades, where the majestic Susanoo Kurama actually comes out for the first time, and it's really cool to see them fight against Juubito, and because the main character Naruto finally gets to see Obito, my favorite character's past, and his feelings pierce through Naruto's heart and kind of changes how he thinks towards Obito. So it's just such a great episode for me, and it's definitely one of my favorites. So it's cool that there's a raid that kind of signifies this, also with the new units that we got with the majestic Susanoo Kurama as well. So yeah, I'm really hyped about this all together. But without further rambling, let's jump into the raid. This is the team that I'm going to be taking. It's going to be a 4-unit run because this is probably the quickest I'm able to complete it. I'm going to be taking the Madara and then the Bravery Sakura in the first row, and then a maxed out Kurama Naruto, which is a friend unit that I'm fortunate enough to have, so that's really cool. Makes this raid a lot easier. And then the OP Juubito himself down there. Now, to explain this, the Juubito and the Madara are really just there to kind of do damage against each type of element typing, but the Sakura and the Naruto themselves have health recovery ceiling, so on the final map that's really crucial, as you'll see. So those units enough are going to be able to stop him from healing. So this is the team I'm going to be taking, and I'll come back once I have the Naruto on my own team and I'll do under 50 turns. But for right now, without the Naruto or the Sasuke, I'm unable to do that, so we're just going to jump into it and beat this as quickly as I can. Okay, so on the first map, this will all be kind of dependent on chakra resets throughout this whole kind of like mission. It really just depends if I get lucky with the chakra resets for each character. Every single unit that I'm taking has the chance to get a chakra reset, at least on their ultimate, except for the Sakura because I don't have any abilities for her. But that's really just gonna depend. So on this first map, I tend to just let Madara up there dodge because he has a chance of actually, dodging, so he can go ahead and just tank this. But the Obito himself actually has a jutsu which can get you chakra sealed, so that's really annoying. I don't want to be hit by that on the Naruto. So for the first map, I'm pretty much just going to prioritize using the KCM Naruto. As you can see, I didn't get a chakra reset, but this Obito still has Kamui, so he's going to have a chance to substitute, which is why the new Naruto has he has the effects where he can actually just ignore substitution on both of his jutsu. So yeah, that's really going to come in handy, especially on this first map. So he's perfect. I mean, if you have two Narutos, then you could literally just smack this Obito around, but I gotta wait for the ultimates to come back up each and every time. So there's that. But really, he's so like good for this first map just because of the ignoring substitution alone. Because like I said, this Obito still has Kamui, and he's definitely using it to his full potential. And as I mentioned earlier, like, Obito was such a god as Juubito, and he was so powerful, in fact, that they had to nerf him to where once he had the 10 tails inside of him and became the JINCHURIKI, he was no longer able to use Kamui. And this is really just because he would have been so overpowered with it. I mean, Obito by himself, like with just Kamui and the Rinnegan, was just so overpowered. Can you imagine if he had the power of Juubito as well? Like, that would just be too crazy. And we know that this was simply just for a nerf because when Madara became the 10 tails JINCHURIKI, he was able to use Kamui. So this was literally just to nerf Obito. But if you would have had that, man, it would have just been a wrap. Nobody would have been able to stop him. Like, he would have just been too overpowered. But like I said, I really do like that episode because it's cool seeing the majestic armor Susanoo Kurama take on Obito once he becomes Juubito. And that's pretty cool that this whole event's kind of centered around that, because that's one of my favorite episodes and one of my favorite parts in the war arc as well. And there's not a lot of that. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So we didn't get a lot of chakra resets. That'll usually depend on how long this can take, but I can usually get through this raid like with some decent amount of chakra resets. If like they do end up happening, I can get through it within like 10 minutes. So this raid isn't too hard with just a 4-unit run team. Alright, for this second map, again, I'm going to have the Madara take the hits because he's a skill unit. So the Obito, which is now Juubito in the unstable form, is going to be a body type. So he's going to do less damage against the Madara over everybody. Now, this map probably takes the longest, simply for the fact that the Obito has damage reduction, which just makes him such a tank, man. Like, I feel like this takes the longest out of any other part of the raid. But we're still going to be chakra sealed with the Madara, but we're probably just going to like rinse and repeat. If I would have got a chakra reset with the Juubito, it would have came in better handy. But what we're pretty much going to do is just keep stalling up chakra on the Juubito and just smacking him and taking advantage of the KCM Naruto as well. The only problem is he's a wisdom unit, so it's not going to be doing too much damage, especially with the damage reduction already placed upon Juubito. So yeah, I'm going to speed this part up, but we're probably just going to keep stalling up chakra, and then once the Madara becomes unsealed, we'll obviously use the Skyline Meteor as well. But the Juubito is really the main part here that's going to be doing damage to this man. So yeah, let's just do that. Okay, so this should be the last hit. Really, he just eats a lot. That's just the biggest thing, which is why this map takes the longest in my opinion. But there we go, that takes care of him. If you have the Sasuke, then he'll be really handy on that map alone. But okay, so the final boss himself, Juubito. And he's going to be switching typing from bravery to body, but luckily for us, we have typing that pretty much just takes care of that. Now, the biggest thing about this Juubito that makes him kind of challenging is the fact that he heals a lot. Similar to the Edo Tobirama that we had a couple months back. And really, you just need to bring either the new Naruto, or in my case, I brought the Sakura as well, to be able to stop him from healing anymore. I mean, the Kabuto, the skill Kabuto, is really good against this, the Sage Mode one, because he has a 100% chance of landing that. But the reason I didn't bring him is because he takes a long time to get chakra back, whereas this Naruto can get a chakra reset on both of his jutsu, and he's a 3-6 chakra. And then the Sakura, which also has her ultimate, which can stop him from healing, is also a 3-6 chakra. So I'm pretty much set when it comes to stopping him, because the effects will last long enough to where I can loop those both back around quickly enough to where I can stop him from healing. So I only need those 2 units. And they're really good units nonetheless. I mean, if things do get into a bit of a pinch, we could just use the Sakura to heal up. But really, that's the only type of healing ceiling I need. But once I do get the Naruto for myself, I'm probably going to take the Sakura off and just go ahead and throw him on, because like I said, with that 3-6 chakra, even if you don't get a chakra reset, he just can loop them back around so easily. So that's really good. But as you can see here, I'm also going to be using my ultimate kind of sparingly, because when it comes to the KCM Naruto, I don't want to use it when he's a body type, because it's just going to do less damage, of course. So we're going to wait till he is a bravery. And he does switch the typing pretty frequently, so you just need to be aware of that. But at the same time, I do want to keep landing this sort of healing like seal on him. So I do need to keep using that even if he is a body. But alright, we're going to move into range right here with the Juubito. And he does quite a bit of damage. Then again, I did get a crit right there. So this map really just doesn't take as long, as you can see. You kind of just have to loop things back around. That's your best bet. It also just depends on chakra resets. So like in this case, I got chakra resets on both of the units in the final row. Ooh, look at Madara coming in with that. Let's go. Okay, so because he's a bravery now, we're going to move back down here. And we're just going to hit him with this again, because it just does a lot of damage. And this isn't taking into account the extra effects that we'll have if you actually bring a unit that's on your own team. If you take the friend unit, of course, you're not going to have the extra effects. But that's why I recommend just bringing one of those if you do have them, obviously. But even so, like, I'm still taking this guy out pretty quickly. It just takes a while, especially because he keeps using so many jutsu, but Madara is definitely just dodging all of it. Alright, so now that he's back on body, we're gonna go ahead and use the Juubito again. Ooh, another chakra reset, boy, let's go. So I still think that this is the superior Juubito in the game. He's still definitely my favorite, and I have him maxed out, so there's that. Almost have him at 99 chakra. Oh, or 99 luck. I should have used my Juubito there. I wasn't really paying attention quite as much. That's completely fine. And we get the chakra resets on the Madara too. Let's go, boy. Alright, so as you can see, I'm about to wrap this up. So, I don't know if this will be the final attack. Actually, so what we'll go ahead and do is we'll use this Juubito. Ooh, another chakra reset, boy. This isn't going to kill off because he's a bravery. But that'll get him low enough to where once I use the next attack. Alright, Juubito. Here I come, boy. Get ready. I'm coming. Ooh, there we go. So that takes care of him.
I lost.
Easy peasy cake. It's really simple. Of course, like I said, I'll be coming back into this raid once the unit is actually in my possession, so I can complete it within 50 turns. But for now, this will suffice, especially for me while I'm grinding him up. So yeah, it's pretty easy nonetheless. Just bring units that obviously do a lot of damage against both typing and then can stop him from healing, and you should be completely fine. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it and found it entertaining. I can't wait to jump back into that mission once I have the Naruto on my team, because it's gonna be a lot easier that time around. But I hope you guys are still enjoying the 25 million download celebration nonetheless, as I am. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.